Previously on 24, Dudes, Tunes, and Brews.
It's just weird because, like, the dude that sold it to me, his name is Joel, and I didn't even know his name was Joel.
Oh,
like,
shit,
after
dude.
I named it. But
Which rapper in general would you like a coloring page from? We have Eazy-E. Of course, we have Dr. Dre.
into this, we need to play a little game called Count the Mosquito Bites.
Count the Mosquito Bites.
Yeah, the mosquitoes are kind of getting bad this year.
There's a movie called Juice, where there's like a gun.
I
And
do
they're all like
remember
shooting
that. I think I
each other
remember
and
that,
shit
yeah.
with it. Yeah, that one. My cup is empty. An apple wine with peach in it.
8.3%. Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
Viking saw a sign that said Bean Blossom, and then I knew that I had a long way to go before I was.
yeah, because Bean Blossom, don't they have a huge biker fest there?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 3-day.
Which was
festival.
bluegrass. They got a veterinarian that
I think he may have died.
I know there's
20 plus videos, or
Yeah.
skits and everything on the YouTube.
skits, reviews, segments, music.
I love it though.
Right.
Okay, is that like a wet dream? Are you goddamn right? But I'm always telling the sound guy what to do. In reality, I should be the one with the
Musician or sound engineer?
Yeah. No, he's
Both.
he's played bass and sang in bands since.
I haven't named any of my instruments really.
I only named.
Oh, they're following the same algorithm. Zombies, safe place.
Did you
let's
watch
kill
it
some
after
people.
that when?
No.
paranoia, everybody's
Anyways,
coming to
before
get
we
me.
keep going down that alley, because we
It's my favorite thing to drink right now. Like, you know, at this point.
Depends on
when it's hot and shit, I like a nice lawn mowing beer.
yeah, that's been
My buddy brought one over like 2 nights ago, and I was like, "Damn, where'd you get that?"
Pepsi flavor.
I just remember the little like play areas because I was, you know, in the 90s I was a
Right,
kid.
in the way.
they used to have the video game section. I remember.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Are you talking about Franklin?
Say we stole a copy of Detroit Rock City on VHS. Of
So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna go with these big boys right now?
we have more brews tonight than we've ever had on this
How
show.
do you how do we work in taking a piss?
Play a song while you're pissing.
Yeah, there you go. These have been on ice since
Ice
5 o'clock.
cold. What am I up?
22%.
22% of my love.
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. Shit. My cat just got out. Hold on.
Oh snap!
Dudes, tunes,
and bros,
and brews.
with those,
Dudes,
listen to tones,
listen to tunes.
drink some bros,
Drinking some brews.
with those,
We're dudes.
listen to tones,
Listening to tunes.
and drink some bros.
And drinking some brews.
Sunday, 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 one day only, get your face filled at the Johnson County Sandwich Swap Meet. See all your favorite meats in person. Pastrami, roast beef, salami, and making its triumphant return for the first time since 2012, thick cut bologna. Breadhead seats only $10. First 100 guests receive a free loaf of marbled rye. Come early and witness the spectacular, enormous sandwich stacking competition. 45 renowned sandwich artists from across the nation, locked inside a steel cage tag team match. Only one sandwich can be crowned Sandwich King. Tickets available at all minor retailers and Farmers Insurance offices. Come out and get your face filled. So, stop beating your meat and eat it.
If it was about motor, there's my lighter. That's weird.
It's gonna take me a minute to find all the shit.
Oh.
Hardtails for Hard Hearts.
We're back.
You know
WDTP.
that song I never showed you?
Oh yeah, you were still the Earth Tour when you sent this to me. Like, dude, my
Okay, yeah.
my mom just got a freaking new phone plan. She got me an iPhone.
Yeah.
And you're like, I got some tracks in it for you. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
He sent it to me, and I'm like, at work, I'm like, fuck, dude. The first thing I thought of was like, holy shit, this sounds fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, this is that beat up banjo I was telling you about. This is
All in GarageBand. We don't go in there and just play with the synthesizers and come up with some junky like, and he really like recorded an entire track and an entire album.
got a lot of songs. Don't know what to do with them because then, yeah.
Should try CD Now.
CD now.
That was a website in the 90s. It was a mass production website where you could like buy like 100 CDs mass printed.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude, back then that was a big deal.
I think that and CD Baby.
That was the thing about our buddy Mike Stuckey. Remember Stuckey had like, he always seemed like he was ahead of the curve back with that technology back then.
Yeah.
And he would go and he was doing like a CD every 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes back in the day. That 8-track that we recorded, he was getting like one every 3 to 4 minutes pressed and done. He actually had a press machine for it and everything. It was like,
Like, what was the whole thing behind our name? Like, I never had any input on it. I'm just like, I'm the drummer, you guys.
here's the weirdest thing: is somebody had a T-shirt that said something like "local unit," and then somebody goes, "Ha ha ha! What about if it was a local international unit?" It was that dumb. It was like we're like 14 years old sitting in like a basement. Local international unit. That'd be a great band name. And so instead of using that, we just called ourselves LIU, which became ambiguous. Yeah, and people came up with their own version of it.
Like,
We never had it.
yeah.
So it was like Losers in Underwear was the one that stuck.
It was like, why would you even call it that? But anyway, like, you know, fuck it.
Local international
Call it
unit.
whatever you want.
And then at one point we're like, hey, we're going to retire LIU, and now we're LIU, E-L-I-U, like the IU.
You know what's funny? I just realized
What's up?
that's a version of the song that I never finished.
Oh, well, that's...
Well, you got like a SoundCloud or some shit? What kind of presents you got?
I don't have anything. I don't post anything online because I don't know. I'm worried about copyright stuff. Not that any of my shit's like that great. I just you know, I'm hoping that maybe one day I can make an album with it, and I don't want somebody to, you know,
Rip.
But
the thing is about copyright, we've had plenty of times where we're playing a local artist on our show, and it'll catch it as a copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Whether they have like a YouTube video or something
whether
like that.
they're actually on the show at that point.
Right, yeah, it's huge. It's really strange. So there's a lot to be said with all that.
That's true.
Which we've discussed that in episodes ever.
We've discussed a whole lot of shit on this show.
It's been a good time. It's been pretty good.
A lot of good times, a lot of bad times.
A lot of stinky times.
But they were always
This guy
times.
showered.
I took a shower today.
I almost wore a tank top so we could do
I
tank
did.
top talk. I know that's...
I'm wearing a brand new tank top.
Yeah, it's pretty clean, bro.
Don't
It
mess
looks
with my
good.
freedom.
I was gonna wear a Toon Squad.
I was gonna wear a tube top.
you
What
won't.
stopped you? Yeah, you would.
I don't think I would wear a tube top.
Listen to this like random shit I came up with a long time. Like when I first got GarageBand.
See, that's more prone to what I'm talking about right there. If
Like-
even still, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's some fucking party shit, dude.
Random as hell.
I keep saying, though, years ago, and I told Corey this earlier, years ago, I put phone photos that says, if I put you, Corey, and Andy McDonald in a room, it'd be an album. That's my life tour. I think the three of you would come up with some fucking off the wall.
Probably.
Jam. See what comes out of it.
Are you you're a multi-instrument?
Yeah,
Probably.
I started out with drums and I took lessons for like 4 years, and I got to a point with drums where I'm like I played just about every type of drums, in band and percussion and everything, and I just I'm like, dude, I don't know any other instruments than this, and so I just after high school it's as much as I could learn. I mean, I don't know a lot. I know a little bit of keyboard, a little bit of violin, a little bit of bass, banjo, ukulele. That's pretty much about it. And
I just know a bunch of instruments.
yeah, that's literally
No
the
big
whole fucking
I can
song.
sing. I can construct songs. But I don't do
You
shit.
got the melodies though.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
I don't do nothing. I want to hear some more of your harmonies.
This is the first thing I recorded on GarageBand ever.
I love that, dude. I know the instruments you're using too.
Yeah.
Is that one like Japanese slide guitar thing or something?
Well, they have this little like turntable thing where you can like make it like back up and repeat, and like I don't know how to use it. So I was just kind of joking.
You ever play with TikTok at all?
He's not a 14-year-old girl.
Well, the only reason I say that is because the filter.
Record stuff like this. And just
Yeah, that's one style on the deal. Actually, I think it's a very underutilized program when you see what it can do.
I tried it for a minute, but in my
See all the filters and stuff?
they got some cool stuff, but like it's all just like young people. And I'm
Well,
like,
the community is, but I'm talking the program. It's like it's a hammer, and a bunch of people are using it to do this.
Right.
Don't mean you can't hit some nails with it. And I think what's going on with fucking TikTok is it's got the best filters on it, and it's also got a thing to where, well, you're playing a video, you can cut it by the timing based upon the music you want to put around it. I like that because the way that it's very intuitive. That's what I like about it. Like my younger daughters are playing with it, and they were doing the dancing step, blah blah blah, which was interesting too to see them actually learn dances.
right.
A lot of it's hand dances though. It's like
Here's
sitting
a song
at
I-
a desk and
Hand
like-
jive? What is it? The 50s?
I forgot all about this song.
What's this called?
This song is called "The Way of the Gun." It's about needy and homeless hopping trains. And,
That's true.
So you're an actual
Oh, yeah.
hobo.
I was a hobo for a long time.
Did you learn any of the handshakes?
No, those are called reach arounds. I don't know.
You gotta
The only handshakes you need to
You
know.
gotta trade cigarettes for those.
Yeah.
Did I get one of those?
What?
Raw, uncensored. Anything for a cigarette when you're a non-smoker.
This is usually the first time I've shown anybody like
I'm glad you tore down them walls just to blow the top.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the dudes, bro. This is what we do. We literally are trying to expose.
Who's walking up here?
Hey!
Oh! And it's a special guest tonight.
Mr. Shawn Zellars is walking up.
First
from
time
Zellars Custom
attorney
Studio.
guest.
Get out of the chair.
First time attorney guest.
I'm glad you parking right over there. We'll make this a little tighter. Just pull your chair in, son. You got a chair? What if you have to make it tighter? John? Yeah, that's my buddy Sean. Me and Sean have been friends since like kindergarten or some shit.
We gotta come a little closer here, Mr. Zellars. Come on, man.
We don't care about no COVID
This
over
isn't
here.
Zellars Custom Studio, is the thing professional. But what we do have is this WBTV microphone here, so we can pick you up. Yeah, you look at you, man. You're looking good.
Where did the microphone come from? I thought we were...
Oh, it's wireless.
It's Bluetooth.
Oh, it actually works though? I thought we were just
You don't have to whisper into it. You can full throttle this stuff.
Full throttle! Full throttle. So Sean, I'm glad you could make it tonight. That means your date should do it.
What was his name? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Now the party's happening.
Yeah, right, dude. We've been going live and listening to Corey Vanderbilt here.
Corey, Sean Corey.
Whoa, guys! Boy Meets World.
on the way home.
Oh my God!
Topanga.
I'm Topanga. I'm thick as fuck.
Damn. No, you're Mr. Freeman.
I'll be feeding the creep that never. I'm gonna follow you from middle school to high school to college. That's just
Not
weird.
creepy at all.
No, that's not creepy at all. Speaking of not creepy in school, I recently started watching Community. Have you guys ever watched that show?
I haven't. My roommates are coming back.
See, I'm watching it now as a Rick and Morty fan, and it's a Dan Harmon show that he did pre-Rick and Morty, and it's interesting to see the writing style as it progresses into
just into Rick and Morty. Yeah, it's very cool. It's one of the best shows ever to have aired. Right. At first, it comes off like a typical sitcom, whatever, and then it just gets smarter and smarter and smarter. It's one of those shows that every episode you think this could be a dream sequence, and then the next episode is opposite. So you're like, oh, this really happened.
Sounds like a song. It does, doesn't it? Sounds like my life, right? My wood pile that I pre-prepared is coming to a close.
I just like the chords in this song. It's like a basic chords, but like there's a couple little like hammer-on stuff I do in it.
Is that in a standard tuning?
Yeah.
Now you did do a lot of stuff in studio for a while, right? Or what were you doing? You did some very open, crazy stuff a few years back. Where you would capo it or like,
oh, I would do like weird drop C tunings, and then I'd capo 4 to 6 strings, you know what I mean, and make some of them open, and like
it was so great.
It made for like a bunch of really easy like harmonic DVDs, so you could like bar the top 3 strings with your index finger, and then you could hit like the 12th harmonic, and then the other harmonics like just very easily. It's just a simple kind of like percussive guitar is what they call it, like because you can like beat on the guitar at the same time and make drum sounds.
I saw a guy once who had like 6 different capos, all cut to varying lengths to cover different amounts of strings.
Oh wow, that's cool. It's like several hands on the guitar.
Yeah, he could like capo on the 3rd and the 8th and shit.
Have you seen the one where you can select each string?
I invented that like 8 years ago. I made a little capo like where I cut notches out of it to like make it so it only held down specific strings. And then now they got these ones where they just have little fingers that stretch out, and you can place wherever you want, and it just.
One I seen was like cams, like it rolled onto each string.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I invented the pencil rubber band capo when I was 13.
Right?
Did you do that on your cigar box?
I did that. Yeah.
My piece of shit Lotus.
You did a pizza box guitar?
Yeah, pizza shit.
Pizza shit.
We've all been there, fighting with those fickle faucets. Uh-oh. Oh, and battling with those bothersome bottles. Oops. Well, water, who needs it? It's old, it's antiquated, and fish crap in it. Get it out of here. What we need, my friends, is ice cold beer. Yes, ice cold beer, cool and refreshing. Goes down easy on those hot summer days and hot summer nights. Even in the winter too, if you feel like it. So are you gonna sit there like a doofus drinking fish shit and doing algebra? Or are you gonna drink some cold beer and get laid? That's right, beer gets you laid. It's in the books, look it up. Ice cold beer, available now at all major and minor retailers. Call now.
Order now, ice cold beer, 1-800-BEER, yes, operators are standing by, $19.95 plus $6.95 shipping and handling. $80, my first acoustic.
Hey, well, before we get anywhere else, I'm glad you guys are here because
you play music?
He's a sound engineer.
Yeah, really? My buddy Shawn.
This is like the man that tests it out, knows what should sound like, the dynamics, so on and so forth. He's
definitely use your help with.
He's got a sound boner, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Me and Shawn started our first band together when we were 13.
What was the name of that band?
Psionics.
That's a great name. Where'd that come from?
Buddy thought of it and gave it to us.
I think they all picked vowels and they just kind of put them together.
Really?
I think that's what they actually did.
I think so.
They each picked like 2 vowels, put them together.
And then put an S on it and an X.
I like that name actually. Psionics.
It was pretty cool.
That's not a metal sounding
we
band
were
name.
Psionics for what, like 2 years?
Yeah, and then that stint is when Noise and Psionics broke up and came together, like me, you, and Brent.
We were Guy Lamore.
Yeah.
Guy Lamore?
Guy Lamore.
Yep.
God damn. Was that like a folk rock?
It was just
kind of progressive rock.
Progressive rock, indie garage rock.
Where did you guys play?
In Brent's mom's garage, where he still plays.
Actually, we played the high school auditorium.
We did play there twice.
Yeah. Brent's
in the high school, man.
High school auditoriums are the shit, though. If you get a chance to play a show at a high school auditorium, that is state of the art.
Well, we did it after
100%
hours.
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our friend's
Actually got
mom
to
was the
use the whole
janitor.
school.
She was
Yeah.
the head custodian,
Damn.
so she got us the whole auditorium one night.
That's amazing,
On a
dude.
weekend.
Because that's
We
made
had
for like, what, 800 people?
Yeah, we had Scott Stauffer run sound, so
He was pretty
we actually
good.
had the whole.
Yeah, we had the whole
shebang
shootout,
going.
lights,
Dude,
everything.
Lights, yeah.
I love playing in an auditorium. You cannot beat it.
Yeah, Alvin was doing lights and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just the fact that it's that's as much as show up and play as you can get.
I fell off the drum riser that night because I tried to do like a rock jump off this drum riser, but I was much heavier then.
Than
Yeah.
you are now?
I was fat as fuck in high school.
Weren't
Really?
you in
Less
the Santa
stout.
suit?
I'm sorry?
Weren't you in the Santa suit?
No. Did I wear a Santa suit? Not at that
Or you were in
point.
the preacher suit.
I did dress as I was Reverend Bill
Oh,
Schaefer.
dude.
I opened that show. I was a character, Reverend Bill Schaefer of the 14th Street Baptist Church.
Reverend Bill Shape.
And he was just a soft-spoken
Do
talker.
the voice, damn it.
I ain't done it in 20 years.
Come on.
I'd like to welcome y'all this evening to the 14th Street Baptist Church. I'm Reverend Bill Schaefer, and you're all going to hell.
Praise Jesus.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, this is good.
So that was good times.
That was pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah, did you borrow the name from Emily's?
Who?
Did you borrow the name from Emily Schaefer and them? Or you just kind of come up with it?
Oh, it popped in my head one day,
Just thought about that one day.
just like Vinnie Carlucci.
Yeah.
Vinny
all them
Carlucci.
other
Vinny
ones.
Carlucci. I've
That was
He was
partnered
my,
with
he was
that
my
guy.
Italian mobster.
Oh shit,
I'm
dude.
gonna shoot you, straight in the kneecaps.
Shoot you in the kneecap.
But my voice was much higher then, because that was like 12.
Okay.
Because, you know, puberty.
I only have one alias. The police know me as the Raging Cajun because I was very drunk one night getting DUI, and they asked me for an alias, and for some reason I said the Raging Cajun. I don't know why. Like it was like if you ever saw like Ron White, he had a special where he was
Tater
talking
salad?
about tater salad.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And,
saying.
and I think that's what hit me in my head because I'd seen that recently, and it was like 2 years later I got another DUI, and like they're like, are you Corey the Raging Cajun Vandergrift? I'm like,
Fuck yes, I am.
that's
me.
Yes,
I don't
that's
care
me.
how much punishment comes from this. That
Like,
was
why the-
worth it.
Like, yeah.
Do me a favor, put that in the paper.
I wish they would have asked me that when I got arrested.
Ugh.
Man.
They've only asked me that one time.
I
I
never got
get
asked
arrested
that.
too often.
I was withheld from my rights, goddammit.
I got a little fuzzy right above your head. Oh, can't get it. I can't.
What
Okay,
the
I did.
fuck?
There's a fuzzy little. Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's a cottonwood seed floating around.
Oh, there it goes. It's like a little.
I
angel.
get
There it
one
goes.
of those up my nose every season.
Ugh. That's awful.
I'd bike into like
What a dick
mass
move.
amounts of them. Like,
Right?
where I live like
Right.
near Beech Grove, and like there's this
The
one.
tree's looking at Harley like, I'm
Oh.
inside you.
Ah.
Whereabouts Beach Grove you hang out?
Well, it's not really Beech Grove. It's like
Not far from your old
Troy
house.
and Keystone. So it's
I used
like
to live right off of
Yeah, it was
Keystone and Walker.
Yeah.
no, yeah, that's right where I live.
literally
Yeah.
before I got to your place.
Yeah.
I'm scooping
You're,
around.
I'm a block away from Walker and Keystone.
Oh wow, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I hung out there 10 years.
Good little spot.
decent
We
little
got
spot.
a lot of bullet holes in our house.
It's a good place to murder somebody across in the
Yeah.
way in that golf course.
Bean Creek, throw them in there.
Sarah Shank, get it.
Sir Shanks a lot.
Yeah.
He sure had a hell of a back nine. Am I right?
His front nine was no better.
Hey! Oh, hey! All right.
Hey, Harlow Santana here. Just stopped in here. They got books. Oh, hey, Harlow Santana here. Dudes, Tunes, and Brews. You know, I just ate at Arby's, and it was pretty good.
So we're here tonight with Shawn Zellars and Corey Vandergrift. This is good. This is great.
I like the freestyle. Like how it's going.
I mean,
Dude, this is Dudes,
all,
Tunes, and Brews,
all
man.
Dudes, Tunes, and Brews is some cold beers, a camera, and our voices.
Yeah,
Dude, I had like beginning of last year I had meningitis real bad, and
Ooh, that sounds sexy.
like I was in and out of the hospital for months and months, and then they put me on steroids, and like my voice got higher, and so like I recorded a few things when I was doing that, and I recorded this little thing like I played like a little basic keyboard progression, and then I just kind of freestyled something, and I liked the way the lyrics came out, so I wrote
this is
some.
the very this is the one I liked a lot.
I just freestyled lyrics and then I added some harmony behind it. So. I was I had this little garage band effect, this little zippy thing.
So they have really good. He's recording this all on GarageBand.
It works so well, like for just simple stuff, just getting your ideas down.
I use Logic Pro to actually, if I were doing mixing for you,
Yeah.
you bring me the garage and I can work right in there.
Okay, awesome. Hell yeah.
Because they both make that same detail.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
files from straight in Logic Pro.
That's awesome.
They convert automatically.
There's my dad has a few different programs on his computer, and he's got like really expensive microphones. I mean, he's been in the music industry for 40 years.
He's always been on expensive mics, even back in the day.
Yeah.
He's always been on top. The microphone that we used to use years ago, back when we were performing, your dad had a Shure mic. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was always like, oh, hell yeah. You know what I mean? You're actually getting something that picked up what you're doing versus having to do this the whole time. Which, you know, when you got a little practice amp and you're having to do this, you just learn how to sing that way, you know? Which is good for heavy music.
It's funny, like, because like I showed him a few songs that I sang when I had the flu, and like I wrote and like put at my mom's house years ago, and two of my favorite songs that I've written, and my voice was a little bit deeper. Like my voice is just kind of usually flat, but I'm starting to learn how to fix that. But yeah, when I had meningitis, it got real high, and there was a few things that I recorded that I really liked, but like cover songs and stuff.
What's your favorite cover?
My dad's favorite cover that I do is Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead.
Oh, I can see that. Acoustic or...
Yeah.
Which was on the Clueless soundtrack. Was it acoustic? Clueless soundtrack is fucking great.
I was clueless to that before you told me.
I'm just a metalhead, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You like all kinds of music, I'm sure.
I do,
Strictly metal?
Yeah, pretty much for the most part.
I know it's not really metal or whatever, but like, you ever heard the band Glassjaw?
Yeah.
Glassjaw, yeah, dude. Glassjaw rules.
I do a cover of Glassjaw, but it's a mashup of Led Zeppelin's "Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You." It's the same chord progression as Glassjaw's "Ape Das Mill," and it blends perfectly.
It's also the same
so
chord progression as 25 or 6 to 4.
Yeah,
What?
and my guitar gently weeps.
Yeah.
Best live band I've ever seen, hands down, Chicago.
It's
Chicago
moments like
is
this I realize
underrated.
I really suck at guitar.
Nah, you got your own thing. I mean,
Hands down, the very best band I've ever seen live that I would freak out to go see again is Chicago.
speaking of snacks, I just got this giant Tupperware full of cookies.
Thanks, Brenda from French Lick.
Hey, that's kind of ironic, because the last time I had you on my show on YouTube, we had cookies.
What are you guys doing with the Zellars Studios
chocolate
reviews?
chip?
Oh,
Yeah.
it smells
Nice.
heavenly.
That was ours
Take
review,
a nose
actually.
full of that.
I gotta say, the camera work on that episode
You know, I
is
don't
very
really
good.
normally like cookies.
When they show up like this, you do. Oh my god. We're gonna give one off the screen to Brenda
Hey,
from French
who the
Lick.
hell are you?
Am I the only one that ate it in one bite?
Yes.
I didn't know we had a crew.
Mine was
here.
too big.
Oh, dude.
Can I have another beer?
We have a Patreon now, bro.
Hey,
Oh, yeah?
So-
I do too. Nobody's ever signed on to it.
speaking of thirsty,
What are we gonna do? Are we going with that? What about these campfire beers?
those are warm now. I want a cold beer.
All right, he's right.
So we got the genuine drafts, and we got the apple ciders.
I'm gonna go MGD.
Okay.
I'm excited about the cider in a little bit. I've already had dessert.
Oh yeah.
What do you want, bro?
MGD too.
Miller Genuine Draft. When you can't have a Miller High Life and you're comparing
I
the
gotta
two.
say, it took us 2 years to finally get an iced down cooler full of beers for the show.
That's been the same cooler you've been using forever, but you always put little hugs in it.
Yes, so?
I'm not mad. I'm just saying you keep saying like first time you
show.
cleared it out.
For the
made
show.
those?
I don't
Oh, for
know.
the show.
They use butter. Like,
And you know the
butter.
salt comes out right at the end of the sweet. Yeah. Sweet,
Those are
salty
nice.
is
My lady brought those home from her family's cookout thing. Good Lord. Good Lord.
well, what a lot of people don't realize is when you drag an instrument microphone in front of the main PA speakers, feedback city.
Yep.
Feedback
all I
City
can do
would be
is
an
just-
awesome name for a band.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
There's a lot of good names for bands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or it's like, oh, that's not my band name. That's my album name. I love that too.
Bermudia Rhombus and the Aquanazis. That's a good name for a band.
Yikes.
My favorite that I've come up with lately is Thumb Buffer.
Oh, nice. Oh man, that's great. I don't know.
Or wood chunks.
Wood chunks?
Wood chunks.
There's a really movie I like. It's called At the World's End with Simon Pegg. And
I love that freaking movie.
They come up with a few different band names, and that's what that one is from. I think it's something like that.
I love it. It's like,
yeah.
Have you seen that The World's End? It's Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Yeah, they like go around like their old hometown.
It's like 12 bars.
12
they
bars,
go
like a
yeah.
pub crawl.
It's like it ends up being like an Aliens
drink a beer
movie.
at every single bar.
I've seen it like
And
once.
yeah,
That's the only time I only saw it once, but it's very hot fuzz in the way of like you're watching half of it, you think it's this movie, and then it's not. It's a completely different.
Yeah, it's great.
You still need to watch. Freaking Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It's so hard to get you to watch that because, and the reason why, on an editing level, somebody pointed out the thing is about what's the director's name? I always forget his name.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. The way that she does those movies is she.
Emmy.
The way that it flows with the sound into the next scene.
Okay.
You would appreciate that too. How it goes from when you're watching this, and then all of a sudden the next.
Got it.
Thank you so much. Once it goes,
You're kind of thick this already.
Oh, you. When it goes to the next scene,
There's a blood splatter.
it's already going to the next part. Like this next scene starts, the sound's already here, and the way that it does it is very like fluid with the way that the Edgar Winter
Group.
Yeah,
it's the guy who did Frankenstein.
It's Edgar Winter that does it, dude.
Rory Culkin in that movie too, like just shows up out of nowhere.
Steve Zimmerman.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs is in it. Eddie Furlong.
Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah. Michelle Trachtenberg. Freaking.
I dig that movie.
Gutenberg is in it. Did we already say that already?
I haven't watched any movies lately. I've never been a movie guy. I know Shawn. He's definitely a movie guy. Yeah. You are a movie guy.
I can talk all day in movie quotes.
I can do some, but not all. Like I just can't bring myself to sit for an extended period of time just to watch a movie.
Depends on the movie, though. Like I do and don't watch a lot.
Not always necessary to talk that way. Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile and I like the taste. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Shoot yourself, pussy.
Is that Rip Torn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he was really good in Freddy Got Fingered as well.
Oh my God, that movie.
He was great.
The boy said, "Fuck you, Dad."
He was great in Men in Black.
Fuck me.
Men in Black.
Oh yeah, that was where I first found out about Rip Torn.
And you know who was great in Men at Work? Emilio Estevez.
Oh, dude, Men at Work? Are we really talking? We're not talking about the
going
band?
back.
Watch out! You got a little guy passing out cookies.
On the
I'm okay. I just had a
scene,
cookie.
man.
Thank
Little
you,
dude, thank you.
I'll take it. Whatever. Thanks, man. All right.
Little dude on the scene.
That was
Here
our
at
cookie boy.
At DTB, you are going to get a cookie.
That's a frosted sugar cookie.
You're the man now, dog.
It's fluffy, but it's not like cotton candy.
Sean Connery reference.
Now,
have you ever seen The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yeah,
I have not.
It's all right.
I guess it's the same comic book writer that did Watchmen.
Have you seen the HBO series Watchmen? They have
Is it good?
HBO has a series called Watchmen based off of that movie, and it's pretty awesome.
Oh, the Watchmen sequel, basically.
It's a series like on HBO, and it's
I guess so. What's funny about that is Watchmen was two guys that did it, that did the graphic novel, and they were like, no, about doing a sequel to it, and eventually they split, and one of them's like, sure, and then so HBO got a hold of it, and the other guy's like, bro, I don't like it. You know what I mean?
If you watch the HBO Watchmen series, just be prepared for Dr. Manhattan's constant naked big black blue dick. Isn't
that pretty much the movie?
It shows up in like every fucking scene. It's funny, you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, sure. A big
whatever.
You know.
I don't think dicks are funny.
When I think of BBC, I think of big blue.
I don't think dicks are funny.
Depends what they look like.
There's some funny ones out there.
Uncircumcised dicks are fucking hilarious.
The cookie tastes like Lucky Charms. Completely off topic.
Hey, anything to get off the dick topic, man. You know.
I mean, the other day, one of my daughters ate all the marshmallows out of the Lucky Charms. And my other daughter says, I'm not going to eat that. It's all the browns.
Yeah.
What?
Very racist, but
all
I
the
see where
brown
she's coming
cereal,
from.
you know, and I'm like, this is bullshit, but she's right, because if you ever try to eat Lucky Charms without the marshmallows,
It's King Vitamin.
It's King Vitamin, bro.
Nobody's
is
buying a
generic.
box of Lucky Charms that says only Browns.
Yeah,
No one's
just the
buying
brown
that.
cereal.
You can buy a bag of only marshmallows.
Yeah.
At fucking Big Lots.
like a 5
Oh, yeah.
pound bag of it for like $12.
It's like 44 ounces.
Dude, what are you gonna do with that?
What is the name of the
Put it
cereal?
in with your
Sugar
Browns.
High. That's the name of the cereal.
Duh.
I'm gonna add the marshmallows to my browns.
Duh.
There's a new trend circling around. I thought that the cookie cereal was like an old thing. You know what I mean? Like they had the cookie cereal.
Oh no, there's been
Now people are actually making cereal out of small cookies,
Like legitimate
like
cookies?
legitimate, like miniature cookies, like baked in the oven, and they're just pouring. Just like that's America.
Why is there
This
not
America.
a graham cracker cereal? That's all I'm
It's
saying.
like they're eating a Baconator
I guess
as
it's
well.
gold grams,
at
but
the
it's
same
not
time.
gold. It's not just a regular
I like
ass graham cracker broken up into
Because that'd be
pieces.
boring as shit. Just buy a box of Honey Maid.
I think it would just turn into paste.
Yeah.
If you don't eat it quick enough. Yeah,
Did you
it's
know-
like
have you
a
ever
race
looked up-
against.
Have you ever looked up the origin of graham crackers?
No.
Henry Kellogg, I believe, was his name. He was a staunch religious guy. I want to say,
He was a cultist.
so, yeah, basically. But he created graham crackers as a way to basically
Curb masturbation.
curb masturbation.
That's
Have you
cornflakes.
ever seen?
No, graham crackers too.
Has anyone ever seen?
It was boring food to help
you
you
seen the
live a
movie?
boring, bland life.
Was it the road
keep
to,
you away from
Goldville
sex and
or the road
masturbation.
to Wellville?
I don't know how that correlates.
There's a really good.
It was the 1900s.
I've never
so-
been sitting around going, dude, I want to fuck something. I'm just gonna eat some crack.
No.
You
You
know,
guys
when
have.
they told you got ghost in your blood, to do some cocaine about it.
Here's the deal. There's a
Some cocaine about it.
There's a movie that came out like 1991. It's called The Road to Wellville. Kellogg is played by Anthony Hopkins, and then it's got freaking John Cusack, Dana Carvey in it, and it's basically talking about how he was a freak show. He had
Sounds like a
these-
great movie.
He had this deal in Kellogg, Cereal City in Battle Creek, where he had people come and they would get like coffee enemas. They would do these like weird like exercise routines.
yeah.
If they were like sexual, they would be putting these like electric baths and shit. It's a really fucking awesome movie if you get a
And
chance to
we
watch it.
glorify his cereals for our breakfast for our children's.
I do like Frosted Flakes.
We need to get on Walmart's Twitter and tell them to ban that shit because of the.
Well, you think actually, yeah, Kellogg was a. But what the funniest thing is, funny in terms of irony, is he died of a heart attack like before he was like in his mid 50s. He was like this super health nut.
So his food was shit.
He just
Should have been eating Cheerios, motherfucker.
should have been eating Cheerios. You know what I'm saying? You
General
know who
Mills
had
had
that
the
shit?
secret.
General Mills it was up because he was an actual general. Kellogg wasn't even a doctor. He was like the
know
Mr.
so much about cereal.
because of that movie.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Anthony Hopkins plays Kellogg. It's really interesting. It's
Who
great.
plays the general?
They don't talk about General Mills,
No.
but
It's not his movie.
John Cusack is this guy trying
He's
to
still
come.
waiting.
He's
The
trying to
time's
co-
not right yet.
Right.
Too soon.
John Cusack's trying to come up with a competitive cornflakes, and every version they try tastes like shit.
Of course, the cornflakes are terrible.
Back then, though, dude, that was a big deal. Think of like the early 1900s. Early
Cornflakes
20th
is only
century.
good for bread and chicken.
And meatloaf.
Fried ice cream.
Huh?
That's how Chi-Chi's
Yeah,
good.
fucking.
You all have good points.
Yeah, in reality, if you have like depression food, you can make some bomb ass shit, dude, with a little bit of butter and salt.
Peas porridge
a little
hot.
sugar.
In transition,
Peas porridge called?
about John Cusack, have you seen the movie that he did about the life of Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys?
No, I heard it was great.
Fantastic movie.
I think John Cusack is weird because he's one of those guys he's kind of like Nick Cage, to where he seems like he's a one-trick pony. But really, the dude's got chops. He just isn't put in those fucking movies.
I feel like Nick Cage is in a league of his own. Like, he can make he'll put out 7 movies a year, and only one of them will.
Well, here's the thing, though, is both of them have been put into, I can't think of the director's name. You're a movie guy. You may or may not remember. It's the guy that did Being John Malkovich, and he's also the one that did Adaptation.
I know who you're talking about. It's on the tip of my tongue.
But those are both, Being John Malkovich has John Cusack in it. His acting in that is fucking stupid good. And the same with Cameron Diaz. She's good in that. She plays like a mousy brown, like less than pretty type in that. The movie is fucking phenomenal. Adaptation, same deal. Nick Cage plays 2 characters in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both fucking great. Like, he's the same guy that wrote Eternal Sunshine. He's done so much shit to where when he's made like 8 he's made like 6 to 8 movies. Every movie he does is like golden as fuck every time it comes out. But it's interesting because John Cusack and Nick Cage, like I said, are both of those actors that I think are like one-trick ponies, but he basically made them work out well with what the fuck they were doing. They were really well in those movies.
I was like Face Off.
Face Off was great.
That's
yeah.
fucking great.
John Travolta was good
Michael
in that too.
Gondry, is it?
But both of them going back and
Says
forth.
Eternal Sunshine
That's awesome.
director.
That's the director. The writer of it
Oh, the
was
writer, okay.
because he does stuff with Spike Jonze a lot too.
Yeah.
The same director.
If you get a chance, though, the movie I was talking about, John Cusack, it's called Love and Mercy. It's about Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, how he wrote pretty much everything the Beach Boys did, and all of his brothers would help do all the harmonies and everything. But like how he just had this crazy thing going on with his brain where he could hear everything in his head, and he was on all these pills, and his lawyer was also like pretty much in charge. It kind of tricked him into like being in charge of all this music too, and it's a really sad story until it gets to the end. But Brian Wilson was just huge genius. I mean, like,
well, he took a lot of acid. They said that
yeah,
caused a lot.
composer. Like he composed everything, every instrument, every horn, every string instrument, every single thing.
Pet Sounds was one of those albums that was like, back to what I was saying about engineers with the artist. You got so much room to breathe in the way that the Beach Boys knew exactly how much room there was to breathe. It was like an engineer's fucking wet dream.
It's so desperate. You're like, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to know your threshold, and they did, and they knew exactly how to push it right there to keep it under, but keep it within the realm and fill the whole area.
I don't know, man. I mostly mix metal. Those guys push the limits of everything.
But you got to know how to keep it in with the confines. But there's a difference in and keeping it into that zone, you know?
Yeah.
I'll go with cider.
I'll give you the one that's been buried in the ice the longest. That'll be refreshing.
By the way, I brought the telly since you're never going to come over to check it out.
Oh shit! Did you want to try one of these ciders?
No, Shawn don't drink.
Oh, okay. Right
Thank
on.
you, though.
Yeah.
He's what do they call that? Straight edge.
Fucking boring.
He's all about Jesus and.
No. Let's not go there.
Let's not go there.
Let's not talk politics or religion.
Right.
Good-
we keep
good
that
choice.
out of this platform. Man, it's
Becomes a whole different show after that.
right. It is a Friday night though, and we're I'm getting drunk. That's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I had a day. I had a week. So it's payday. I came into a little extra cash today. That's why I splurged and got the MGDs.
Hell yeah.
$13.99 a 12-pack. Only the best for
Damn.
my friends.
Come a long way since
Ah.
Natty Ice.
Actually, I found it. Thank you, sir. Fucking Froman had it.
Of course.
Son of a bitch. I don't care how old your butthole's a funny word.
It is.
It is. Every once in a while, I'll say "bing hole" for some reason. I don't know why. It just sounds silly.
Remember when you're 6 and butthole was like the best insult you could do to anybody?
Being a
I know your
butthole
son
right
definitely
now.
Hey,
likes
you
it.
butthole!
Yeah.
And then butt wipe came out.
Beavis and Butt.
We all said butt wipe.
Fart knocker. That was a good one.
Fart knocker.
My favorite old phrase from kids, growing up in the 90s was, "Oh, right in the nards."
Nards. Yeah.
And then nards became nads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then no one says
No, we
nards
stuck
and
with
nads
Nards because of
anymore.
Menards. You can never hear that song
Oh,
without
yeah.
thinking of that.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Always takes me back to 1994.
Yeah.
I referred to breasts as knockers recently, and this woman was like, "Seriously? Like that? Do people still say that?" I'm like, I guess. I don't know. It just fucking came to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Trying
what
very
else
hard.
you supposed to call them?
Knock them around.
Booskies?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you knew she was
I don't know, man. I just party too hard sometimes, man. Like, straight out of the womb, man. I just I couldn't suck on my mom's titties. I had to fucking motorboat them, and you know what I mean. I fucking
Just get to work, you know what I mean? Like,
Party
all right,
too hard.
No, I was a fan of Tigo Bitties.
Tigo Bitties.
Yeah.
This show is taking a drastic turn.
Yes.
I think we are too many hours and too many beers into this show right now.
We're about talking about Tickle Buddies, the TOBs.
We're crossing some lines here on DTB that we don't usually cross.
No, we usually keep it clean.
Clean enough.
Just keep the soap on them. That's all I'm saying.
When that Shawn asshole showed up.
Yeah, Shawn shows up. You know what? Shawn used to have a beard below his Tickle Bitties, and now they're just above. You know, if you had like that pretty mermaid hair, it'd be just right here on top. Not even covered.
I like to do it. When I take my shirt off, I like to take my hair and cover up my man boob.
I will actually, I will text them to you. We got a little guy here that's wanting to play Minecraft with my kids. Minecraft is very popular. The first time I saw Minecraft, I'm like, what is this 8-bit wannabe crap? And then I played Minecraft, and I'm like, holy crap.
And there goes a week.
This is the most amazingly open-ended thing I've ever touched in my life.
I didn't get it at first, then I played it for like a week, and I was like, I get it now.
And I was also killed by zombies.
And I killed creepers. I killed a cow.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a really cool
I have not yet played it.
It's so...
You're not missing nothing.
Yeah, but you're missing everything.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it, man.
Leave me out of this.
You don't need to know about the nether. You don't need to know.
Don't. No. He's a noob. Quiet.
He's a noob. 2 O's, bro. There's a 3. The other thing I was actually talking about is Roblox. Roblox is cool as F, bro. In terms of like if I was like 9 years old and I wanted to play with all my friends, it's cross-platform. People on PC or their phones or their tablets or anything can play on the same deal. It's open-ended, you do stuff, but then of course you got creepy, weird teenage kids and adults that are ruining it. Right. So every couple of weeks you hear like news stories like, don't let your kids play Roblox because some weirdos, and they're like, man, screw that, man. This game rules.
Weirdos ruin everything.
Yeah, they ruin poker almost.
Poker?
Poker is the simplest game ever, but you know it's like you got Dead Man's Hand and all that shit.
I like some Hold'em.
I like Hold'em.
Hold'em's genius. Whoever came up with Hold'em was a genius, dude.
I played euchre for the first time recently, and
did you figure it out? I don't get it.
It took a while.
Well,
not only that, like, okay, so I was playing with my roommate's mom and her deaf sister, and I was trying to buck up on my sign language, you know, trying to, because I worked at Meijer in the meat and seafood department, and we had all these people come in that were like from the shipped company that like they would just come in and like, you know, get food for people.
The grocery shop for people.
Yeah, and a lot of them are deaf, or, you know, so I tried to learn a little bit. Like I spent a bunch of time in my off hours trying to learn sign, and I forgot all of it within like 6 months. Like, I mean,
I believe it. It's probably something like keeping your chops up.
Yeah.
My sister, she has like 3 degrees in sign language. She's really
I actually kind of like it. It's kind of fun when you get into it. Like, you know.
Well, I've seen some people sign, and it's like a few people I've known are very good at like they're very energetic with it and stuff. It's almost like watching an act. You know.
Bill Burr has a stand-up bit where he doesn't know sign, but he has this whole thing for like 10 minutes. He's doing his pretend sign, and every little thing he does, you could turn the sound off and know what he's saying, even though he's not doing sign.
Oh, that's great. That's huge.
It's beautiful.
We are out of light. Yep. This thing ain't doing nothing.
All right, well, you know what? This is the longest we've done this.
This is like the longest episode of DTB ever.
So we're going to, you know, thanks for joining us tonight on Dudes,
Tunes,
and Brews. Stick around for After Hours later on. Going to happen.
Josh and Harlow's, yeah, they're the dudes, and they're worth your follows. So go ahead and subscribe to